Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Want to welcome all our distributors. Seeing early distributors, Daniil. I'm seeing Liz from the Liz FM family, Patrice from St. Martin's. I'm also seeing Linda. Linda, I'm not sure if you're a guest or a distributor. And then I also do see Andrew.
How are you, Lesbian? Good evening.
I am great. Good evening. Hi, Andrew.
Good evening, ma'am. Linda is from Mission Impossible.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. So good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the call. Let's
Sometimes I see how the brave new world arrives, and I see how it thrives in the ashes of our lives. Oh yes,
our New Year celebration 2021.
many things will be okay. Like need to play, never knowing he's our strength. Keeps on going anyway. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May we all have a vision now and then of a world where every neighbor is a friend. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May we all have our homes are built to thrive. If we don't, we might as well lay down and die. You and Seems to me now that the dreams we had before are
evening, KCJ Empire. Welcome. Welcome to Monday Night Live. I want to welcome all our guests to this call this evening. It's where you want to be to hear what we have to say to you. I also want to pay special mention to our Amaranth, Orchid, Clifton David Ryan. He's on the call. We also have a Pearl Orchid, Ian J. Anthony, also on the call. And listen to the guests. We're represented here from Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent, the USA. We may even have people from the Netherlands, or I know we definitely have SXM on the call, and possibly Antigua and other islands in the Caribbean, or I should say the Western Hemisphere. You know, you're in the right place at the right time. What today is, it is the 28th of December. What that means, that this is KCJ Empire final presentation for 2020. KCJ will be on fire. Set your goals. Listen to the guest. If you have a pen or pencil, get it. Take some notes, because you know what you're about to hear. It could possibly change your life. So my name is Leslie Ann Cooper. I am a 21% Golden Magnolia with this amazing company. This company that I did not want as a business. I just signed up to be a preferred customer. You know what? To just shift my buying power and buy for myself. But after I saw the quality of the products, I say, you know what? Let me add this business to my plan B, because we all need a plan B. Because as of today, the 28th of December, this is 9 months that I have been on layoff. And if not for my plan B, I would have been sick and worried out of my head, wondering what's going to happen to my job. But you know what? I'm not that worried about it, because I've always thought of having a plan B. What is your plan B? My plan B has me secured. My plan B have me not worried, because I do see a future with FM World. And come 2021, we want to welcome you into this amazing, amazing company. You know, I want to bring on the next Pearl Orchid that's on this line. His name is Kenwin C. James. I do not know him all my life, because although we are related, we did not know each other in younger years. Hearing of each other, knowing that you exist, but never met. However, we were destined to meet. And one of the greatest things that he has ever done for me is to invite me into this company. Harass me, I should say. Spam me. Literally. But it's the amazing. I thank him for what he did. Mr. Kenwin C. James, he is the Pearl Orchid of the KCJ Empire. He has a career for 28 years that he has built, and he has seen much success. He has traveled the world with that business. But something captivated him with this company that is something that he don't need, but is something that he wants. And he wants it not only for himself, but he wants it for myself and to all the distributors. So I want to thank you for being on this call. Get ready to be on fire. I would love to welcome Mr. Kenwin C. James to present to you tonight. Go ahead, Kenwin.
Thank you very much, Leslie. You know, I'm sitting here listening to you, and something just dawned on me. I don't think I ever mentioned this before, but I have a special love for radio. And as a young child, not having much toys, I think I shared that story with you guys last week. Never really had much toys, but one of the items that I played with as a child was our radio. My uncle had a gram, and I used to play music from about 1 o'clock to about 4 or 5 every single day. I grew up on old school music, you know, the Bee Gees and Teddy Pendergrass and Barry White, Donna Summer, and so on. And I would play these songs. And I would pretend that I was a DJ. I would pretend that I was a radio announcer because I loved radio. And I never took it up. But I realized like I am still getting onto radio because this is like FM radio. It just dawned on me. It's FM and I'm broadcasting. And I now have the opportunity to broadcast this message all over the world. Anyone can tune in and get valuable information. So my dreams are still coming true, but I think in a much better way, because on the radio, I don't think that I can have the kind of impact that I can have on people's lives as I can have with this amazing company that we work for. The other thing that's on my mind is that it's really the end of 2020, and what a year. What a year. I am certain that many of you listening to this broadcast tonight didn't believe that you would have been here at the end of the year. I can tell you I was petrified when this COVID scenario first broke and we realized that it left China and it was spreading into Europe and then it hit North America. I used to be home and I could not sleep. I used to go to bed 4 or 5 in the morning because what I was trying to do was I was trying to complete all of the things, all the plans I had, because I said to myself, I don't have time. And I am certain that many of you were uncertain about the future. And we are still here, getting to end 2020, and we can definitely look forward to 2021. And I can tell you guys, 2021 is going to be a magnificent year for us in this organization, because we are in the right place, as Leslie said. That's what triggered me. We are in the right place at the right time. This is the time, guys. This is the time for us to strike. So it's the final KCJ Empire presentation for the year, this year 2020. And you know, even right before the call, I messaged Leslie. When I first messaged Leslie, I was really messaging you to tell you, hey, I feel you have to take this call tonight, you know, because my computer was not opening. And I said 1 or 2 prayers and I took it off and I meditated for about 5 minutes. So it's moving very slow tonight. But I can tell you that it's not going to stop this show. This show is on the road, and I hope that by the end of this presentation, the guests on the call tonight would recognize that they have found something great. And even to the business partners on the call who might still be doubting whether or not you have a fantastic opportunity, I can tell you guys, we are sitting down on a gold mine. We have the opportunity to definitely build something great. We represent a great company. Our company has a very strong mission to create products that we can share with others, and a lifestyle that provides us with financial freedom. And they have a vision as well. The vision is to be the global leader of multi-level marketing and to be known #1 for fragrance sales worldwide, because they are ethically driven with people who are driven for success. And this is an excellent place to be. Our mission, and I'm talking here about our organization, KCJ Empire, and by extension, our parent organization, Empire builders, our mission is to make FM World a household name in the Western Hemisphere. And that is the opportunity that we have, guys. Don't take it lightly. I spent a good part of today looking at the opportunities that we have, and I can tell you I'm very excited. We represent a world-class company. We have special events all over the world. We have distributed over 1,000 luxury cars. How many companies you can say that can boast of that? We have paid out over 117 million euros in commissions. We have competitive incentive programs to motivate us. We are growing rapidly in terms of membership. We now have over 2.5 million business partners. We are one of the biggest network marketing organizations. We operate in over 200 countries. And last but not least, we just had our best month in the company's 16-year history. Can you imagine that? We just had our best month in maybe the most difficult year in the 20th century. Let that sink in for a while, guys. And that's just to show you the potential that this company has. This company has a lot of growing to do still. The company is young, 16 years. But we just had our best year in one of the most difficult years in history. Our success can be attributed to our partners. We have some major players in the perfume and fast-moving consumer goods industry. One of our partners is Drum. Drum is a major player in the perfume industry. Drum produces oils for some of the world's biggest brands, so we plan to take down companies like Calvin Klein, Christian Dior. They will be smelling our behinds just now. Yeah, I can tell you that. It's predicted. Gucci, Chanel, they all purchase their oils from Drum. We purchase our oils from Drum as well. And over the years, we have become Drum's biggest customer. Let that sink in. Our second partner, Perfand. Perfand is responsible for all of the work behind the scenes. Perfand has over 25 years experience in the perfume industry and other products that we have launched over the years, warehousing, packaging, distribution. And then we have what I call as the engine room of this company, FM Group or FM World. First launched in Poland, that's the headquarters, in 2004, and we launched FM World in 2005. So when you bring these three major organizations together, as I always say, what do you expect? Nothing but the best. We have over 1,000 products that you can choose from. We have products for every reason, every season, every occasion. And I must mention as well, high quality. We do not mix matters with our quality. Of course, it's a European brand operating within the European Union, and we know that the European Union is very particular with its standards. And that's the company's hallmark. When we say that we want to be number one for perfume sales, and we want to be number one where network marketing organizations are concerned, we can only do that if we have the products to back it up. And I can tell you, our products are as good as any and better than many. Just a few picks on some of the products that we carry. However, you must know that perfume is our flagship product. That's what the company was built on. We have 4 brands actually. Pure, which also comes with pheromones and intense. Then we have the Pure Royal collection, and the Utique. And you see some of them pictured here. The Utique Ambergris, that little black bottle at the end or the bottom there, man, one of my favorites. when I put on that fragrance, man, I people just feel like I'm a millionaire because they just want to know where this scent coming from. They have never smelled anything so good in their life. That's what the boutique fragrances bring you. In terms of this presentation, I know I have a video here, but I want to bypass it for time tonight. And I want to ask you this question to the guests on the call. Do you know how much oil is in your fragrance? Some education tonight. Do you know how much oil is in your fragrance? I can bet you don't know, because those so-called brands that you love so much, they don't even tell you. They might tell you the type of fragrance it is, but they wouldn't tell you how much oil concentration is in there. And they like to fool you because, you know, they have us believing that we're wearing perfume, but that's not true. We all don't wear perfume. Some of us wear eau de cologne, some of us wear eau de toilette, some of us wear eau de parfum. And what's the difference? Let me explain quickly. Eau de cologne, the oil concentration is very low, usually 2 to 4%. The majority of it is made up of water and alcohol. It's like a spray. You know, you would find like menin and splashes and so on. Yeah, you get a bathe down with it. And it don't last long. Then we get to eau de toilette. That's how most of the major brands bring their fragrances to our markets, because, listen to me, if we were to quantify it based on a milliliter, perfume is expensive. And then the way they market it makes it even more expensive. So what do the brand names do? They dilute it to make it more affordable. So if you check most of the brands, you will see eau de toilette spray or eau de toilette. Don't worry, it's not toilet water if you know your French. Yeah, it's water of the, well, it's not water of the toilet, but it's just to show you when it's best to be used. After you take a shower or after you go to the washroom, you take a refresher. And then you have eau de parfum, which usually should be 15 to 20%, but studies have shown that most of the major brands bring their eau de parfum in at somewhere between 7 to 10%. If I go back to the eau de toilette, it's somewhere between 5 to 7%. The point I'm trying to make here is the more oil concentration is, the more expensive your fragrance becomes. The more oil concentration means that it can last longer. At FM World, we don't do eau de parfum. We don't do eau de toilette or eau de cologne. Worse yet, Eufrac? No way. We bring the best to you. We can afford to bring the best to you because of our distribution methods, which I will explain shortly. Our fragrances have no less than 20% oil concentration. You can get them up to 30%, and we don't dilute it. You get your oil, your ingredients, and of course, the alcohol is there to preserve the scent. Perfume could last up to 8, well, I shouldn't say up to, but in excess of 8 hours, right? I have proof of that because I have used our fragrances and they last on my skin in excess of 24 hours, even after sometimes you bathe, and you can still get a little scent of it. So the point I want to make finally is that the only time you can really say that you're wearing perfume is when your fragrance has no water in it. So we want you to stop lying, because if you go to someone and they really know, they will be able to correct you. But now that you have the information, you know, as they say on radio, now that you know, they can't fool you anymore. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, why are fragrances, not just fragrances, why are products so expensive anyway? And let me explain you what happens in conventional marketing. Whether we're talking about perfume, whether we're talking about makeup, body products, skincare, all of the products we carry, what happens? The manufacturer, they develop it. For example, if I use the example of perfume, a company like Calvin Klein, they will go to Drum, purchase the oil, take it back to their factory, blend it, They will dilute it to make it more affordable because of their expensive conventional marketing methods. They then sell it to wholesalers or brokers, who then sell it to regional wholesalers, who then sell it to the store, and then the store sell to you. But what has happened to the product since it left Calvin Klein? This is common sense, guys. It increases in value at every stage of the distribution phase. And here is what. When it gets to the store now, they're going to add advertising costs and celebrity endorsement. So almost 90% of the final price that you pay has nothing to do with the product. You are not paying for what's inside of the bottle. You are paying to move the product and to pay every single person in that system. So you will end up paying mucho dollars, a lot of money, for low quality products. These are TT prices here. I know we have international guests on the call who sometimes might get a little scared when they see these prices, but I'm quoting TT dollars here. Eau de Toilette, and I'm being very conservative. Eau de Toilette, $750. Eau de Parfum, $900. And if you can find Parfum, I challenge you, anybody on the call tonight could direct me to anywhere Trinidad for tonight selling Parfum. I will give you a bottle of our Parfum to the first person. Yeah, I challenge you to go look. And again, as I said, being very conservative with these prices, because I've seen outlets out there, persons selling Eau de Parfum brand name products for $4,000 TT, and people are buying it. So now you will have to wonder why our prices are so low. Our prices are not low because our products are inferior. They are actually of a better quality. For example, I can talk about the fragrances. Because we get our fragrances or our oils from the same perfumery, you will sometimes find that some of our fragrances smell similar to other brand names because some of the notes, some of the ingredients will be similar. But what we can guarantee you is that ours will always be of a higher quality. I just explained it. The oil concentration is the difference. You can imagine products like ours coming through the conventional marketing method. But let me tell you how we plan to become number one, by utilizing the distribution of network marketing, that concept, one of the best business models ever designed. Why? Because it gets more people involved in the money. The perfume industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's a few players in the market. But what FM World has done, FM has opened the market up, giving ordinary persons like you and I the opportunity to get some of those billions. What do? We X out all those people in the middle. So we go to drum, purchase the oil, no diluting. We bring you the highest quality, and then we offer it to our members, our independent distributors. I just mentioned over 2.5 million of us all over the world, and don't worry, there is nothing about saturation. It have over 7.5 billion people in the world, right? So we become the middle people. We are the wholesaler because we can sell to businesses. We become the advertiser. We become the celebrity. We become the retailer. We represent FM. That's the opportunity that we have. So we can now retail these products for profit. But there are other ways to make money as well. So take a look at our retail prices now. We retail perfume for $285 TT, that's a 50 ml. Or we have our extravagant, Pure Royal, 400 TT. These products on the open market will be close to $3,000. And if our Utique 100 ml was to come through conventional marketing, if a company like Calvin Klein brought a product of this quality to the market, you're paying $7,000 for it. That makes it affordable. FM makes it affordable because as business partners, we get these high quality products for even less money. We pay approximately $190 for parfum. That's less than 10%, a fraction of the market value. Pure Royal $235, Utique $800, maybe a little more by now based on the acceleration of the euro. So it's not rocket science. FM is giving you an opportunity to make instant money because they know you have bills. FM wants to help you to meet your bills and to even go even further where your lifestyle is concerned. It's all about a lifestyle. We all have residual income. These people here are no strangers to us. I don't need to spend any amount of time here. No matter which country you live in, these people are there. I know, for example, Giselle operates all of the Caribbean into Europe. Some of them are local, some of them are international, but we know them because we have to face them every single month. So you can deal with your expenses by retailing to your family, friends, buying for less, selling for more. Simple concept. You can do direct selling to businesses, fundraising, perfume parties, online or offline. But if you have a strong desire to make a difference in your life, and not just your life, because when you make a difference in your life, you will have an impact on other persons. You know, I tell people all the time, when you settle for less, you're being selfish. You're being selfish because if you use your gray matter, you know, they say that we use about 10% of our brains. But if you can just open up a little more, you can do so much more. And you wouldn't have a need for all of that money that you can make, but you can definitely have a greater impact on your family, community, village, town, city, country, and even the world, because you can help a lot of charities, you can help schools, you can do so much more. You can really leave a legacy. What's the sense coming through this life and leaving this life and nobody paid attention? You don't do anything of significance. Isn't that a boring life? FM gives you the opportunity through network marketing to be able to build a legacy, to leave a legacy by being able to build networks. When you build networks, you are helping people. And as we always say on this platform, if you help enough people to get what they want, then you will be able to get everything that you want. Stop focusing on your needs and focus on the things that you want, because you have been conditioned to focus on your needs. But you can get anything you want in life. You just have to open up, become open-minded, accept new ideas. There are new ways to do things. We build networks from our computers and our phones in our homes. We don't even have to drive to work. Bill Gates said that if he went broke today and he was given a chance to start all over again, he will choose network marketing. Art Jonak said that it's amazing how people think 4 years is a long time to succeed in a business, but think it's all right to stay broke in a job for 40 years. I leave that right there. And one of my favorites in the business world, Robert Kiyosaki, he said that the richest people in the world look for and build networks, and everyone else looks for a job, knowing fully well all over history, generation to generation, that the job doesn't work. We keep making the same mistake over and over. J. Paul Getty said, I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. And I think he would have made this statement even before network marketing became as powerful as a business model as it is today. So he was seeing the future, actually. So FM now developed 3 clubs to help us with whatever we decide we want to do. If you just want to satisfy your needs, you can buy and sell. But if you want to go after some of the things that you really want in life, some of the things that you felt was beyond your capability because you're just in a job, we have some good news for you, because you can cooperate with FM, you can build teams, and it's simple. You know, I tell my members all the time, it's not necessary for you to learn everything, you know. You can build this business by just shopping, telling people about the products, and introducing them to the meeting. That's all. And you can make money. Easy. A few hours per day. FM rewards you based on the amount of points you earn based on your products. I didn't mention it earlier, but every product that we sell, and of course we only sell to our members, you get points. The more points you get, the more commissions you earn. We recommend that you do at least 300 points per month. And you can do that by simply shifting your buying power, because you have to brush your teeth, you have to comb your hair, shampoo your hair, you should be taking care of your skin, you should be using your vitamins, you should be smelling nice, of course, you want to smell nice. And you know, when you smell nice, it enhances your mood, it makes you feel better, makes you sleep better. I mean, there are so many positives to using perfumes. So a lot of the products that we have, you use them. So all you have to do is shift your buying power and tell friends to do the same. Encourage friends to do the same. You don't even have to sell. You know, people tell me, well, I can't sell and I don't like to sell. So well, you're telling me right now on the idea that you can't sell, but you don't have to sell. So the first month you come in, you do your 300 points, you get confident with the products, you bring in some friends the next month. FM gives you credit for the points that the people that you brought in did. So the next month, you will get their points credit. You go to 6%, they now at 3%. Next month, you do the same thing. They bring in people, you bring in people. Everybody's in your organization, you move to 9%. So you get the idea. So at the highest level in the Magnolia program, you can earn up to $1,000 euros on average. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But how long should it take you to do this? 3-4 years? That's not bad. I know persons working in the private and public sector who have never seen an $8,000 increase in salary in that period. And here's the sad thing. What I just mentioned there, for you to be able to earn it, we do it every day, because all of us shop and we share. We buy stuff and we tell people about it. And that's all we ask you to do. Shift your buying power and tell others about it. And you can also enjoy other benefits to enhance your lifestyle. You can earn a home bonus for building a perfect structure. You can earn a car allowance by hitting the 12 to 15% business level. You can earn additional income for recruiting and so on. It's wonderful. So at this time, I have a quick testimony. I'm hoping she's on the call. She should be. I want to invite one of our senior and successful business partners, a lady I met approximately 3 years ago, and I think she's just amazing. She's a powerhouse. She has some powerful stories, and tonight she is committed to telling us about one of those testimonies that she has. I want to introduce you for a couple minutes to listen to 12% Silver Magnolia business partner, Miss Giselle Maraj. Good night, Giselle.
Good night, good night, good night, FM world and that radio land out there. I like that idea at the start of the call, man. We are on radio live, FM radio. We are all over the world. I love it, Kenwin. I love it.
Yes, yeah.
Good night to the guests on the call. Good night to our senior business partner, Mr. Ryan. I must give all my dues. I know it's been a while, all my business partners, and even on this call, haven't heard from me. Tonight, I wanted to share this special event I would call it an event that took place a couple of days ago in my life. You see, if you understand me, I am in this business quite a while here with our Trinidad family and in the Western Hemisphere. And you all are my family. FM is my family. And I sat today and I was thinking, FM is that one place you could go where I could go that I know will always be there, will always bring me out of, because once it brought me out of poverty. I telling you, mental poverty. FM brought me out of mental poverty and financial poverty. So the guests on the call, I want you all to just spare us a little more of your time. I want to share this testimony. You see, a little over a week ago, I had a heart attack. I had 2 heart attacks in one day. I am 37 years old. For the past couple of months, I have been overwhelmed with my job. My day job overwhelmed me. I could not even get time to do my favorite thing, my FM. And business partners, my uplines will message me and call me, Giselle, what's going on? We're not hearing from you. It's because my job had me so overwhelmed. After COVID, my company expected so much of us as sales reps. We had to sell on the road and come home and do administration work. Guys, this really overwhelmed me. And I was reading earlier that a little quote that I want to share with you. You see the thing called a salary? A salary is the drug that they give us to forget our dreams. And I have been caught up on that drug for the past, I would say, about 6 months since after COVID, because let me tell you how I got to that point, how I shifted my mentality. You see, the amount of persons I saw lost their jobs for this COVID, I started to value mine a little higher and I got carried away. Guess on the call, I want to share with you that you see a job, we just feel is it all and it end all. But you see the sales business we have called FM, that is what we have to gravitate to. And I realize that being flat on bed rest now, I am on 2 weeks bed rest. When I came out of the hospital a week ago, and I am on bed rest now. I can't go, the furthest I could go is to the bathroom, and that's doctor's orders. I can't even have visitors because I can't overwhelm myself. I wanted to share this testimony because a lot of us get carried away, because it happened to me. Carried away with our job because we feel we have to. And when at the end of the day, I am home for 28 days, and guess what? Antimacal's still going on. Pain still telling. I fell ill in the heights of the busiest time of my business, of my job. 1 week before Christmas Eve. And guess what? While I was in the hospital, paint was still selling. All my customers getting served. And I could have been dead. You know what, people? I want every single person on this call to value FM. Because it took that for me to fall back in love. Fall back to what brought me even this far. Because had not been for FM, I would not have been this far, because FM changed my mentality totally towards life. And guess what? I fell back to that drug called a salary. I fell back to that drug called a salary 6 or 8 months ago, right after COVID. Because I tell myself, wow, so much of people lose their work, let me hold on to mine. But today I could sit here and say, FM is what I have to value. I value life, I value my family. But in spite of it, I had business partners still pushing, and I felt ill, but my business was still happening. My business was still going on. That is the power of network marketing. I had business partners calling me and still doing points and still reaching levels. Whilst I couldn't even work, why I couldn't even sell a bottle of perfume. That is the power of network marketing. That is the power of this gold mine we have in our hands. So while we could push our business. But you know what? There might come a time or a season in our life while we may not be able to push. But guess what? We will have built a team or built a network that will work on our behalf. We would have invested in persons who will give us a return in time to come. And that is that's what happened with my team. And I sit here and I thank God today because I invested in network marketing 3 years ago. I still had an income coming in when I was lying sick on a hospital bed. Guys, I just wanted to share that testimony because we have to value this gold mine we have. God is an awesome God. God, He is because of God we have this business. I am telling you, and I always respect Mr. Ryan because he's a God-fearing man, and I thank God for him. I always thank God for that man because if it had not been for him believing in himself and believing in FM and taking that trip when he was at 9 or 12% and going all the way over to Europe and sitting in that convention that transformed him and bring him back and started to share FM all over again, we would not have been here today. Again, it boils back down to God and His will and His purpose. So guys, I could go on and talk about how magnificent God is. I just wanted to share that testimony because this business is what we have to leave a legacy for our children and our children's children, not our jobs. Our job at age 60, we will retire. But guess what? This business that while we in our youth and have life, this is for us to invest in. This business is what we have to invest in. We cannot invest our time and our youth and our energy into that drug called our salary. Thank you very much for having me, Mr. James.
You are most welcome, Giselle, and I can say that I sit here and I'm lost for words. I know today when you asked to do the testimony, I did say it was going to be epic, but there's no way I could have even imagined that this was going to be the testimony. So I'm actually lost for words right now, Giselle, but you know, what you have said is so true. From so many angles, you know, when you take this opportunity, I go back to the quote from Getty with the 1% and the 100%. When you are on a job as you and you alone and you die, you get sick and you are no longer able to work, sometimes they don't even rehire somebody to replace you. They will just spread your duties amongst 5 or 6 persons. They're actually doing the same thing, you know, they networking your job. Yeah. So they reduce costs, one salary gone, and they spread that work over. And that's what took place in COVID. In COVID, they reduced staff and the duties remained the same. So you had less people doing maybe the same or even more work. And listen, those companies still made record profits in 2020. Yeah? And there's 2 sides to it. One is that they did more with less. So as employees, we had more pressure. And here's what, we're making the salary and we go in and spend the same way. We're not learning. I can tell you, I keep forgetting I was supposed to do this presentation tonight. I went to Superfarm this weekend here and the lady looking to give me another calendar. And I said to her, I got one already. Guys, I have spent over $10,000 in Superfarm this year, from milk to Pampers to shavers and so on. They're lucky FM don't have those products. Let FM only one day say they're making baby milk or making pamper. Boy, you're mad. I stopped by one time and I'm buying from FM. But there are some things that we still have to buy. FM not making everything. But we have an opportunity. We work with a company where when we shop, we get rebates, and when we tell people and they shop and the company paying us to do that, I just be amazed. I said it last week. I just still be amazed at being able to do business with this company. And every month on the trot, I just send them my invoice for my money every month. And I do this part-time. And I can tell you that I make more money than some people who working full-time doing this part-time a few hours a day. And to me, it's not like work, because what do I do? I don't even talk to people like by phone. I talk to them on Messenger and WhatsApp. And a lot of my messages are pre-text. So once I click a word, the computer or the phone finishes the sentence for me. And I am able to connect people to this business because I just love to help people. Imagine being paid for something that you love to do. And guys, I can tell you, if you don't love helping people, you better learn to start helping people, because it's one of the best ways to get what you want in life. I learned this in my service club. They said that service, listen to this, service is the rent that you pay for the space that you occupy on earth. You can take it many ways. My boss told me, if you serve the masses, you will dine with the classes. See the people, work with the people. Yeah? Service is the rent that you pay. By being here, you are here to serve others. What do businessmen do? Businessmen look for a problem. They say, how can I serve the public? They don't think about making money initially, you know. They look at ways to serve the public. I think here could need a drugstore. I think here need a roti shop. I think here need a tire shop. Because the first thing they think about is service. And then they put it down and people start coming. And when they provide good service, we go, we shop, we tell people, and more people come, and they flourish. And it's the same opportunity we have. You want to become a leader, you want to help people, then aspire for the Orchid Club. You can enjoy leadership bonuses, which is profit sharing. How many of us get profit sharing from our jobs? No, the profits are only for the owners, and then they give you a little bonus. You know, I have some friends tell me, I just got a $400 increase in pay per month. I was like, what? $400? 2 bottles of perfume and you make that? Sales. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? So if you aspire to the Orchid Club, to get into the Orchid Club, which is FM's second club, you have to help people. You have to help people succeed. So you want to recruit, you want to train, you want to develop, you want to motivate. And when you help them to 21%, you get to go to Pearl. When you help persons to go to Pearl, you can go to Amaranth and Golden, and so it goes. Because it's a basic business principle. I call it biblical. You cannot become successful. Let me repeat this. Let me say it one more time. You cannot become successful in FM if you don't like helping people. How do you become successful in FM? When you love to help people. It's a basic principle. And our business is so designed, because if you're selfish and you want to hold all the points for yourself and you don't want to help, you can't succeed. The income potential, guys, in the Orchid Club is anywhere from 1,000 euros to 20,000 euros per month. And there is still more. We have orchids in our midst. Ian J. Anthony, Andrew Balai, Kenwin James, they are Orchid Club members. And then we have our esteemed senior leader, business partner, pastor, father, husband, teacher, Sir Clifton David Ryan. You will hear from him before the night out. Yeah, I think I have a next video here. I wanted to show this, but again, time. But those of you aspiring to go to Australia, go on YouTube and pull up some videos on the Hamilton Islands. You get free vacations as well for shopping and telling people. And you're not limited to where you live. You can tell people all over the world. Right now, I am talking to a lady. She just became a business partner in Sri Lanka. I just recruited a guy from Burkina Faso in Africa, and he talking French. So I had to be using Google Translate to talk to him. He just signed up, looking to make his first purchase. Come on, guys. This thing is real. This business is real. And then we have the Star Club. Now, this is where the air gets rare, but it doesn't have to be rare because we always say that there is room at the top. The bottom is too crowded. When we say that, do you really listen to it? Do you really understand what we're saying? The bottom is too crowded. We don't want to be there anymore. There is room at the top, and people call our business pyramids. When you work in a corporation, you can seldom get to the top. You have one chairman, and sometimes the chairman is there for 50 years. You remember Sabga, the same Sabga? He was chairman for 50 years. You had to wait for him to dead for them to get a next chairman. But you don't have to wait for anybody to die to get into the Star Club. It's all up to you. If you have the desire to get there, you can get there. There's enough. There's 7.5 billion people in the world for you to work with. There is room for all of us. For all of us in the Star Club. Income potential, well, we used to say between 37,000 to 200,000 euros, but we just saw last month one person alone walked away with over 250,000 euros from the Star Club, and they're not even at Onyx Star. I think they're at Nephrite. So they have one more level. So why not Jasper? Why not aim for Jasper Star? Our senior business partner, Irina Oliver, she was the first Jasper Star in the company. And today I was listening to one of the videos of the latest, I should have put this picture here, the newest Jasper Star. It's a husband and wife team. Imagine this. She's at Amethyst Star, he's at Jasper Star. And I asked him, what's the secret? He said, there's no secret. Just talk to people. Use the products and talk to people. There's no secret. You know, we have all these different systems. Good, yes, because it helps you to, you know, to be focused on, but there's no secret. We just have to get out there, guys, and talk to the people, talk to the people, talk to the people. Some people will say yes. Some people will say no, not a problem. We cannot convince everybody. Brian Tracy, the future of network marketing is unlimited. There is no end in sight. It will continue to grow because better people are getting into it. And we are seeing it. The guy that I signed up in Burkina Faso, he is a chairman of some board. And I'm asking him, how could he see himself, you know, this working for him? And he's saying, well, based on the information, I can see myself creating a second income for my retirement. That's what he said to me. It will be one of the most respected business methods in the world. Brian Tracy is dead now. He said this years ago, but it's coming to pass. We are seeing it. So what does multi-level marketing gives you? It gives you much more than what a job can give you. Now, listen to me, guys. We are not ill-speaking jobs, you know. Everybody have their station in life. But you don't have to go with the masses. Follow the 5% or the 3%. Or we sometimes talk about the 1%. If you have the desire. Everybody don't have the desire. But if you have the desire, multi-level marketing is the way to go because it gives you freedom and flexibility. You can be your own boss. You can decide when and who you want to work with. It's risk-free. It's free to join this company. There's no sign-up fee. There's no monthly fee. Just give us your information and we give you an opportunity. It's that simple. You can work around your family. You can work abroad if you want to. I can't wait for this COVID thing to go away so I can start going back up the islands. I have to go to St. Martin, of course, my first stop. That's my promise. God give me strength and health. St. Martin, I come in 2021. And of course, it also gives you unlimited earning opportunities. And I can tell you, in the industry I work in right now, guys, I can tell you it have good money in it, but this business have plenty money too. Trust me. So if you are seeing this presentation for the first time, we give you 3 choices. Join us, it's free. You can be a preferred customer. Just enjoy the products. You don't have to do anything else. We will appreciate that. Shift your buying power. If you want to make extra money, become a business partner, buy for less, sell for more, make instant profits. You don't have to wait until the end of the year to get a salary increase of $400. You can make much more than that by cooperating and buying our products and selling it to friends and family. And if you love helping people and you want to go places, you have a strong desire for success, you're coachable, and you are willing to put in some work for about a 4 to 5 year period, then we advise you to become a team leader and help people. There are lots of people out there, guys, that need help. So as I come to the end of this presentation, guys, 2020, it has been a year. In a few days' time, it will be history. I want you to start thinking about 2021 one time. Don't wait for 2021, guys. I have been thinking about 2021 since about November. And if you haven't started doing so as yet, then I encourage you to start dreaming about what you really want out of life in 2021. And I encourage you to go all out. Go all out for your dreams in 2021. And as you do so, continue to keep your distance whilst we stay together, supporting you, helping you to build your empire. So as I end, I want to play you one of our favorite videos for 2020. And of course, Leslie will come back with you and introduce a few speakers to bring this edition of KCJ Empire live on FM radio to an end. Have a good night, guys.
Wow. I am truly speechless. Giselle, amazing testimonial. Just the thought of what happened to you could happen to any of us. And, I thank God for still being able to hear your voice tonight. Because as I said, when I first started hearing your voice, hearing your testimonial, hearing you doing trainings, it really impacted my decision that I made the right decision with this opportunity. So I want to thank you for even stepping forward, because I did see your message about giving a testimonial, and as like Kenwin said, I know you threw all of us for a tailspin. But what you said is absolutely right. Kenwin said in his speech that we should, for the guests to be open-minded and accept new ideas. And one thing you said is that don't get carried away with your job, because all of us they could replace us by the snap of a finger. So for the guests on the call, or for the distributors who have not made an investment in your business, or even thought of pursuing this opportunity, if you were laid off like me for 9 months today, if you were Giselle Maraj now laying in her bed on bed rest, would you be worry free? Would you, as a guest on the call, would you have a plan B that you could say, you know what? Despite Giselle was working and didn't have time for her business was still pushing. Do you have a plan B? If you look at Portia on the screen right now, you would see she's working her plan B as well. She has multiple streams of income. She has her job, she has her hair career, and she also has FM. What is your plan B? A job is just over broke. And now we know it's also a drug that we can get addicted to and not think about having a plan B. This is the end of 2020. We still have a few more days to make a decision that could change our life. So I know Mr. Ryan, normally he has a lot of Zooms. So if Mr. Ryan, if you have to go on another Zoom, I'll invite you to speak right now. But if not, I want to open the mic to any distributor or any guest who would love to give a testimonial. It's at the end of the year. What have you accomplished? What has this Zoom done for you? I want to open the mic, but Mr. Ryan, let me know if you need to give your speech right now. I'll go ahead and open it to you, or for anyone that wants to give their testimony. I don't want to call on anyone. Distributors, we know what happened. We may not have accomplished the goals that we wanted for 2020, but we accomplished something because we have a business. We have a franchise. So feel free to open your mic. Don't have to call anyone.
Good evening to all, and good evening to the guests, and good evening to the business partners and leaders on the line.
Good evening, Jacqueline.
My name is Jacqueline Warner, and I have to say that I have made the choice to join FM back in January, and this company has changed my life. It changed my mindset. I'm surrounded by people that is going in the same direction that I'm going. I have earned resilient income. I have earned a family forever, all throughout the world. Like Giselle said, we all get addicted to our salaries, and it's an awful addiction. Because with that addiction, we don't look for our dreams. We just focus on getting up and going to work every day. And we're not thinking about our future anymore. We're not thinking of building a legacy. Imagine working for one employer, giving all your service and time for 40 years, and you did not help no one else on the planet, not even yourself. So I say, make the choice. Make the choice. Make the best choice you can make it for your life, for your children, for your community, to live a legacy and to build one and to live the lifestyle that you deserve. God say for us you should have life abundantly, and abundant means exactly that. Not living in poverty and going to work every day, building someone else's legacy and nothing for yourself. And then you will, like Natasha said, then like her mom was having regrets. We don't want regrets. We want to say that we did it. We made a difference, and we can show our children that there is an option. Instead of repeating the same thing like Mr. James said earlier, generation after generation. No, we got to stop it. Okay, so to the guests on the call, make the choice of your life. And thank you so much, Leslie, for allowing me to speak on your platform, and have a beautiful evening.
You're welcome, Jacqueline. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And you know, for the guests on the call, you may think that this is just an opportunity to, to sell or anything like that. This is about you shifting your buying power, because regardless of what you do, you still have to brush your teeth. You still have to bathe. You need soap. You need scrubs, body scrub, facial scrub, whatever you need is everyday use items. So rather than buy those products in the stores, you could buy from yourself and earn a residual income off of buying for yourself, shifting your buying power. I'm checking to see if anyone else wants to open their mic. I was trying not to call any names. So let's bring on Mr. Clifton David Ryan. He is the reason. He is our Amaranth Orchid. 10 years ago when he saw this opportunity, he decided to stick with it regardless of whatever challenges, whatever trials and tribulations. He saw that he saw the vision of a shop, a FM shop coming to the USA, coming to the Western Hemisphere, and his dream. And every distributor on this call, our dream is to have a shop in the Western Hemisphere, and we will get that dream accomplished come 2021. So I would love for you to hear our Amaranth Orchid, Clifton David Ryan from the Empire Builders.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hey, blessed night, everyone. Definitely a pleasure to be able to share with you guys. Just quickly, I'm exhausted, guys, really exhausted from what I had to do today. But it's very difficult for me to miss these kind of calls, and really a powerful one tonight. And I have to say, Giselle, that testimony that you shared, Giselle, and just a couple of days ago, my wife asked about you, Giselle. She wants to know what's going on with Giselle. She hasn't heard from you for a very long time. Guys, it could happen to anybody, as Leslie and Cooper said. But let's not wait for something to happen to us. Let us take the opportunity that we have at hand, guys. Kendra said it earlier that we are sitting on a gold mine, and let us really use this opportunity. Capitalize on this opportunity, maximize on this opportunity. I spent 4.5 years in the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, guys. I was a soldier, for those of you who don't know. And I spent another 3.5 years with the Ministry of Science and Technology. Guys, I'm not the most educated person. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But I had 2 of what people would call good jobs. 2 good jobs. But it was not sufficient for me, guys. There were things that I wanted to do and accomplish in my life that I was unable to. I wasn't sure of who I wanted to be, where I wanted to be in life, what I wanted to become, what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure. I had a lot of great ideas for business, but I lacked mentorship. I had nobody to mentor me, guide me, train me, coach me. And I always wanted to travel all over the world, guys, as I saw people doing it, but I didn't know how to start. When I look at my paycheck, I was like, but I can't even buy a plane ticket with this thing. But guys, I was introduced to this opportunity. And what I learned, what I received, the personal development that I was introduced to, Les Brown and Zig Ziglar and Anthony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki and all these big speakers, what I learned, guys, it started to give me some focus. And I moved from being someone who didn't know where I wanted to be to knowing exactly where I want to be and who I want to become. I moved from not having mentorship to being spoiled for mentors. I have so many different mentors now to choose from. And I moved from not knowing how to travel the world to now being in 16 different countries and traveling over 40 times in the last 12 years of my life. It has really been an amazing journey. And if you decide to take that first step into this journey by just getting back to the person who invited you to this call tonight, or even if you're a business partner and you've been inactive or you still not sure about the opportunity, you're still second guessing yourself, you have not really taken that full step, I'm saying to you to get back to that person who introduced you to this business opportunity, who got you started, or get back to that person who invited you on this call tonight and let them know that you want to take full advantage of this opportunity, guys. Full advantage. My trophies I have here, let me show you quickly. These trophies might mean anything to you. Trophies might mean anything to you. They mean a lot to me, but they might mean anything to you. Because maybe you don't want to travel the world, maybe you don't want to go to Singapore and Maldives and Australia and all these different things. Maybe not. But maybe you have times that you go to the grocery and you have to put back stuff on the shelf. Maybe you have times your children are asking you for stuff and you're unable to pay for the things. Like Christmas just went. Maybe you couldn't get the gift for the child that you really wanted to get. You had to settle for something less. Maybe you had a situation like me when I was growing up. If we got apples and grapes for Christmas, we were very, very excited because not something normal. Maybe it's a pair of shoes that you needed to purchase and you can't purchase. I don't know what your situation, but whatever it is tonight, guys, every one of you might have a different why, a different reason why that you need that extra income. I'm telling you, this opportunity could offer it to you. It helped my family and myself. It changed our lives. The freedom that we have now, not having to go to a 9-to-5 or 8-to-4 job and clock a card and answer to our boss. We want you to have that tonight. So get back to the person who invited you to the call or introduced you to this opportunity and tell them, listen, I heard what everybody said on that call tonight and I am ready to take full advantage. Have a blessed night, guys. Thanks very much, Leslie, for the opportunity to share. See you at the top, guys. The bottom is just way too crowded and I don't want to be there anymore. Have a good night, guys. Take care.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. That was our Amaranth Orchid Clifton David Ryan. And as he said, personal development. I know for a fact that, it's scary. It's still scary out here. But personal development is one thing that I received during this pandemic and continue receiving it. So I don't see anyone else's mic muted. So for the guest on the call, I would love to let you know that you need to go back to that person who invited you to this call. You know why? Because they thought very highly of you. They didn't have to tell you about this because they want to work with you. Because when you're on your job, you don't decide who you work with. Your boss decides who you work with, who sits next to you, stand next to you, walk beside you. Your boss decides that. But with this opportunity, we decide who we would love to hear about this opportunity and who we want to partner with. So if someone invited you to this call and we said something that triggered your open mind to accept, get back to them, give them your name, your email, your telephone number, your date of birth, and your address. 5 pieces of information. It is absolutely free. There's no sign-up fee. There is no monthly fee. You just decide to shift your buying power. Don't go recommending somebody asks you what your fragrance smell like, you're going telling them, oh, you can go buy Macy's and pay XYZ for toilet water. You could shift your buying power, your lipstick, your eyeliner. That's what caught me. Your perfume, your lotion, your toothpaste, your mouthwash. Those are the things that you can share. So get back to that person who invited you to this club because they thought very highly of you. It's free. So you could do like us. We made a choice and we took that chance to make a change in our life for 2020. So we want to invite you to join us in 2021. I was waiting for my presenter to bring on his video, but I guess he is busy. So I would love to say good night to all. KCJ Empire. We'll
No,
see
I'm
you.
here.